Take a moment and just be. Feel the solid chair beneath you, the steady rhythm of breath in your chest. Now, I want you to mentally look away from that physical certainty and ask yourself, is the world in front of your eyes truly more concrete than the limitless, shimmering landscape we can conjure inside our minds? This is a philosophical question with a terrifying technological answer. Before we dive into the deep end, let me know in the comments, what's the last piece of tech that genuinely surprised you? For centuries, we've lived with a clear, sharp border, the world of tangible consequence versus the realm of digital possibility. It was the absolute divide between here and there, between now and what could be. But what if that boundary isn't just blurring? What if it's being erased entirely, not over decades, but in this exact moment, thanks to a radical, almost dangerous technological fusion called Galaxy XR? This isn't just another VR headset, or a new suite of apps, or a game you'll play. This is the irrevocable end of reality, as your mind has been trained to perceive it. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on how this single, monolithic shift is poised to rewrite human experience, seize control of multi-trillion-dollar industries, and permanently redefine what it means to be conscious. Get ready, because you are about to step across the threshold into the future. Can you truly handle the revelations waiting for you? To truly grasp the gravity of Galaxy XR's power, you first have to discard every consumer-grade prototype and bulky headset you've ever been shown. Forget those toys. We are focused on Asteris the artifact, the core hardware, the true, revolutionary next-generation device. It will be dramatically lighter than your current phone, yet boasts a processing capability that dwarfs the most powerful modern gaming rig. Crucially, it won't be a mask strapped to your face. It's engineered to simply Asteris vanish into your daily life. Its sole, chilling purpose is to paint the digital world directly onto the real with such flawless, high-fidelity integration that your brain will be incapable of detecting the deception. This is the concept we call Asteris Persistent Reality Overlay. The individuals orchestrating this future aren't merely tech executives. They are an elite guard of behavioral scientists, neurolinguists, and philosophers. They aren't just selling a product. They are conducting a focused experiment on Asterisk You. Their core research question is this: how much digital influence can a human psyche sustain before the enhanced digital reality becomes a preferred and dominant experience? They are meticulously testing the limits of cognitive load, of pure sensory input, and of deep, unwavering human belief. This reveals the actual scope of the mission, a global, silent competition to gain dominion over the operating system of human sight itself. Because, absolutely, the entity that controls how you see the world is the entity that controls the world, and they are frighteningly close to ultimate victory. The first, most immediate, and perhaps catastrophic impact of Galaxy XR will be felt not in the entertainment sector, but in the global economy. It will shake the foundational pillars of labor, finance, logistics, and supply chain management. Think about the current, inefficient reality of the global supply chain, the reliance on physical labor, physical stock, and expensive physical space. Galaxy XR essentially vaporizes these physical constraints. Picture a highly specialized jet engine mechanic relaxing in their home in suburban Idaho, using the XR interface to instantly view a perfectly rendered, ghostly, real-time overlay of a faulty engine component in a hangar thousands of miles away in Singapore. They can gesture, they can verbally instruct, and they can draw the precise repair solution onto the on-site engineer's vision, instantly averting a multi-million-dollar delay. This is remote, specialized expertise delivered at a frightening scale. Now, consider the world of advertising. Your environment instantly transforms into a limitless, personalized canvas. That dull concrete city wall, it shimmers into a hyper-personalized location-based ad for a luxury item only you can see. That public park bench becomes a transit portal to an exclusive virtual concert experience. The moment you glance at a commercial building, the system could paint the entire history of its real estate value, ownership records, and current market cap directly onto your field of view. The trillion-dollar question is simple. If you cannot view an advertisement or even a product without looking through the XR lens, does the company supplying the lens effectively control the entire revenue stream of the visible world? The battle to own the XR advertising layer is undeniably the new oil rush of the 21st century. And we, the users, are not the consumers. We are the perpetually tracked, infinitely valuable and monetizable real estate. Every significant leap in human technology extracts a toll, and the price of this seamless, perfect perception creates the single most critical ethical quandary of our time: the fragmentation of truth. When your reality can be infinitely and instantaneously customized, who gets to decide the fundamental default? With Galaxy XR active, the primary political battlefield shifts decisively from a static television screen to the actual sidewalks of your city. Imagine an activist walking down a busy street. Through their XR lens, the city is plastered with bold, undeniable, and universally visible protest signs. Standing right next to them is a counter-protester who sees a completely different view, a perfectly clean, tranquil, and corporate-approved cityscape. This is the echo chamber weaponized and delivered. Two people can occupy the exact same physical space at the same moment in time, and yet inhabit profoundly different worlds, dictated by competing personalized algorithms. How can society govern a population that fundamentally does not share a common, verifiable reality? Furthermore, we must consider the nature of identity. If you can instantly alter your appearance, your clothing, your physical features, your body type, to everyone else in the XR layer with nothing more than a passing thought, does the physical body retain any intrinsic importance at all? If you spend 8 hours of your day inhabiting a completely enhanced and digitally perfected version of yourself within the XR environment, isn't your physical self reduced to nothing more than a temporary maintenance-heavy vessel? The potential psychological fallout from this permanent state of digital self-improvement is an untold terror waiting for release. The core of the human self will become fluid, and the relentless, constant requirement to choose your identity will become a crushing mental burden. We are standing on the precipice, a decisive crossroads. The ultimate switch for Galaxy XR is poised to be flipped. We have a stark choice. We can become passive recipients, accepting the curated reality handed to us, clean, personalized, and perfectly controlled, or we can fight to truly understand the core mechanisms powering this change. Make no mistake, this is not simply an entertainment gadget. It is the ultimate engine of control. The power to curate a person's perception is the power to guide their emotional state, to dictate their social behavior, and ultimately, to shape society from the ground up. The true, terrifying goal of Galaxy XR is to make the digital layer absolutely indispensable, to integrate it so deeply into the fabric of our lives that turning it off would feel like a catastrophic loss of sense, like suddenly losing your vision, your hearing, or your basic ability to navigate the world. So, I will leave you with this single, chilling question, and I want you to truly consider your answer in these final moments. When the dividing line between the real and the augmented finally vanishes, when that seamless, beautiful, and flawless digital world is painted onto every single surface you see, will you even remember the old, unaugmented reality? And that may be the least concerning question, because when the operating system of your site is controlled by a private corporation, the true impact on the human mind is far more fundamental. Galaxy XR isn't just expertly tricking your eyes. It is actively hacking your intuition. Nature spent hundreds of thousands of years developing our internal survival mechanism, which we call instinct. But when the tree whose roots you see is actually a highly targeted advertising server, how exactly does your brain differentiate between a genuine threat and a purely commercial one? Scientists term this cognitive dissonance at scale, a conflict of perception that is not a fleeting shock, but a permanent, deeply ingrained cognitive state. Reality will be fractured into so many simultaneous layers that your brain will attempt to verify the truth literally millions of times a day. What will this crushing mental fatigue, this constant struggle for verification, ultimately do to our consciousness? Will we eventually surrender and accept only the information streamed from the screen simply because it requires the least mental effort? Then there's the issue of absolute data ownership. You've heard that we are valuable real estate. Now consider the implications. Galaxy XR devices will meticulously track every single thing your eye lands on. Will you deliberately ignore, will your eyes quickly dart, the person you avoid looking at for even a fraction of a second, and the one that completely arrests your attention? This provides raw, unedited emotional data that will become the single most valuable commodity on the planet. A data set that understands your deepest insecurities, your private fears, and your political leanings better than you understand them. They will know the precise moment you are hungry, when you are lonely, and when you're most emotionally vulnerable, and they will use that knowledge to instantly paint a digital object into your environment at that exact moment, engineered to exploit that psychological state. Can we possibly maintain any semblance of mental freedom in a world where our mind is no longer solely our own, and our perceived free will is nothing more than a perfectly choreographed algorithmic response? This is far beyond new technology. It is the birth of a new state of being, the augmented human, a person who is fundamentally incomplete without data, whose experience of life is only truly fulfilling when perfectly filtered through the digital layer. You must understand that the most significant danger of this XR world is its irresistible beauty. It will diligently remove every small friction and discomfort from your life. It will automatically route your autonomous vehicle down the most efficient path. It will instantly tell you the identity of every stranger you meet. And it will transform your monotonous morning commute into a spectacular digital artwork. And it is precisely within this irresistible beauty that the true danger is concealed, because no form of slavery has ever been more successful than the one that is genuinely beloved. We have to decide now, without a moment to spare. Will we surrender the operating system of our site to someone else simply because they promise to make life marginally more comfortable? Or will we fiercely fight to preserve the hard, raw, and unfiltered world of absolute truth? The decisive war for reality is currently being fought on the retina of your eye. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.